and we just started yelling back and forth, and I had to leave.
And to be in the dead of winter just with a tent and no place to stay.
It's pretty humbling.
Sold everything in Alabama and got all the way out here, and things fell through. So I had absolutely no place to go.
The court system wouldn't let me go back with my grandma. They felt like she couldn't control me.
In the world of homelessness, people's lives shrink down. They shrink down to where their resources have become minimal and non-existent. Resources of friends, relationships have all shrunk down.
Chuck Arney has a heart for the homeless of Kansas City. It's a heart that led him to join Hillcrest Transitional Housing.
You know, I love the fact that we have emergency shelters, we have emergency response organizations in this town. We have to have that. But Hillcrest fits a unique niche in that we get people from homelessness into self-sufficiency.
With a helping hand and an open heart, Hillcrest Transitional Housing is on a mission to break the poverty welfare cycle and help people live independent and meaningful lives. Too often, that includes Kansas City youth like Kelly.
Me and my mom used to get in these arguments, and the last argument we got in was about her cat getting let out the house. And I guess I didn't come off the way that I should have. And we just started yelling back and forth, and I had to leave. At the time, I was 18. Well, I could say since being in Hillcrest, I started to care a little more about my future. When I got here, you know, I met everybody, started building relationship, and they showed me my where I would be staying. They told me the rules here and made me sign off on the rules and understanding them. Is that while you're here, you either have to be going through school and you have to have a job. Which when you're out of this place, it shows you that you can't just live off of hopes and dreams alone. You have to show effort. Like say if I didn't come here, I'd have been a totally different person. But Hillcrest, they built this relationship with you, and it's not only they get in your mind, but they get like in your heart.
Hillcrest also gives parents the help they need to find stability, get back on their feet, and provide for their children. Parents like Jonathan and Rachel, whose 2 young daughters stayed with relatives while mom and dad endured months of homelessness.
Well, we had a house and we went out of town for a couple of weeks. And when we came back, the house was boarded up, locks had been changed.
Our landlord actually sold the house out from under us to 3 other people. We ended up homeless.
My biggest thing is giving our kids hope.
It's been hard on them. Yeah, my mom lives in Leavenworth, so we just set them up there and knew they were going to get good care from them.
Yeah,
so.
Giving them any hope at all, we have to back it up, which is how Hillcrest works. If you need help, you need help. People aren't defined by their problems, and I think they recognize that.
They're not enablers. When they teach you how to live, you have to do the work.
It's not just a free ride to make it for a short time, it's actually something to prepare you for the rest of the future. It's a lifesaver.
Yeah, it really is.
Homelessness can affect the young, the aged, the professional, the high school dropout, the healthy, and those like Deb with health problems. They're looking for a hand up, not a hand out. Hillcrest helps them rediscover their sense of accomplishment, of self-worth.
4 years ago, I had to move to Alabama because I had health issues. I was actually diagnosed with bipolar, severe depression, anxiety. So I just recently had come back. I was supposed to move in with a friend of mine and got all the way out here, and things fell through. So I had absolutely no place to go. My belief, you know, when I came here is I didn't want to be given a handout. I didn't want to feel like I needed to work for it. I feel like I accomplished a lot. I feel like I've learned a lot. How to budget your money. I've actually got a savings account. First time in my entire life I've ever saved any money. I probably got my self-esteem back as far as, knowing I can accomplish something and not, and knowing you're not worthless.
The road to self-sufficiency isn't always easy. It's especially difficult if you're young, a teenager like Destiny, who's trying to find their way in the world.
I was arrested for minor in possession of alcohol. I was going through a lot of traumatic stuff, and I became addicted to it. I was in juvenile detention center in Olathe for about a month. I was transferred to a psychiatric residential treatment facility, and then I was transferred here to Hillcrest because the court system wouldn't let me go back with my grandma. They felt like she couldn't control me. Well, rules at Hillcrest: when you first get there, you have to find a job and start saving money. After 60 days, if you don't have a job, you have to start volunteering. Either you're contributing to your community or your savings account. I don't think I would have ever saved this much money back when I was drinking. I reached my 1 year of sobriety on April 24th of this year. These rules are there for a reason, and yeah, they're hard. But if you really want to get off the streets, if you really want to have a future, finish school, get a job, save money, hit these goals in your life, you'll do it. Hillcrest helps people that need help. Hillcrest, for the most part, is funded through volunteers. Our garden out there, the vouchers that we get to go to the thrift store and get clothes that we need, shoes that we need, all the food that goes to our pantry, the bread that comes to our cafe, all of it's donated. You're helping us kids get off the street. You're giving us a place to live, food to eat. And I know some of our cases may not be as bad as other people throughout this country and other countries, but Hillcrest is slowly but surely making a difference in multiple lives.
Are you ready to make that kind of difference? At Hillcrest, they had a vision that bridges the gap from hopelessness and homelessness to self-sufficiency and self-worth.
I see a community of people responding to the problem of homelessness. You know, we can't do this as a little small nonprofit with a handful of staff. It takes a community of business and churches collaborating together in order for us to do this.
No one ever plans to be homeless. Like you, they need a friend in their corner.
And it seems once you go in there and you get to know people, it's like you just recreated yourself. You have someone that's there for you.
Like you, they have goals.
We've talked about moving by August so that we can get our girls back into the same school that they were in last year. It just seems like a good move for us.
Yeah.
Like you, they want to help people in need.
I would like to work with people. I got a lot to give. I just want to keep giving back to everybody.
Like you, they have dreams.
I want to finish college. I want to become a veterinarian.
All they need is someone to give them that helping hand and that heart of tough love. All they need is someone willing to partner with them to create a better world for them and a better future for their families. Someone like you.